Okay. Can anyone? Good afternoon.
Good
Good afternoon.
afternoon.
Can anyone hear me? Please respond.
Good afternoon. We can hear you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So good afternoon. Okay. Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rashid Oguniro, and I will be moderating this session for our subject of discussion today. And we have an amazing speaker in the house, Mr. Harry. I used to call him Oga Harry. He's going to take us through the week 3 series of this session. And today we shall be looking at but before I bring him on board, I need to do a brief introduction of who we're talking about. So Mr. Harry is a data scientist and he has a background in computer science, and he has master degree in data science management. And he's also a father of Resolutics, a business analytics, businesses and educational institutions leverage to improve their operation and outcomes in science and AI. And is a strong advocate for these technologies. As a computer science graduate, Harry began his career as a digital marketing executive working for several tech companies and businesses. However, his passion for data analytics led him to pursue a master's degree in data science management. This further education not only solidify his skills, but also help him to understand the business value and data. After several years, this tech industry started to start his own company, Resolutics, which specializes in providing data-driven solutions to businesses and educational institutions. Harry's expertise in data science and AI, as well as his business acumen, have helped Resolutics to become a leading provider of data analytics and AI solutions. In addition to his work at Resolutics, Harry is also an AI advocate, speaking at conferences and events around world to other entrepreneurial experience to help others succeed in the tech industry. Overall, Harry Yakubu can be used to improve the Mr. Harry Yakubu. You have the floor, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Rashid. Thank you very much. God bless you for that wonderful introduction. Thank you, everyone, for having me on board.
Hello, Mr. Harry, are you there?
Yeah, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear. I can hear
We
you.
can hear you loud and clear. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me on board. I really
Can anyone
appreciate
hear me?
Yes, Mr. Rashid, we can hear you. Can you unshare so Mr. Harry can have the floor? Thank you.
Can I go ahead, please?
Yes, go ahead, please. You can
All
share
right.
your
Thank you
screen.
very much. All right. So I was actually thanking the team, the community for granting me the opportunity to speak to this wonderful audience. I hope by the end of this class, we would have actually spent ample time and gained wonderful insights and value for our time. Thank you very much once again. Without further ado, let me quickly share my screen. All right. So the introduction has made already about me. I'll just go ahead to the business of today. All right, so today we'll be looking at T-SQL, which is Transact SQL. And of course, under T-SQL, we'll be focusing on the where clause, the select clause, and then the order by clause. All right. And this is a presentation on the basics of T-SQL select, where, and order by clause in Microsoft SQL. and how they can be used to query and manipulate data in databases. So I'll just quickly run through. I have about four pages of slides. I'll quickly just run through it, and I hope by the end of that, I would be calling on. I'd love to follow what my predecessor did the previous classes. I was opportune to go through it, right? So I would actually beckon on someone. I think Maria, if she's still on the call, or someone else could actually share their screen, and then of course we can pick it up from there. I hope that's fine.
Yes, you are good, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So apart from the voices that I recognize, I would have actually loved to actually also hear from others that I'm not too familiar with, so I can be sure everyone is carried along. All right, so introduction. A minute, please. So introduction to T-SQL. T-SQL is Microsoft's specific implementation of SQL, right? Widely used in developing applications, creating database structures, and managing operations. This is self-explanatory. Let's just go ahead. So T-SQL, so the select clause, right? So I was opportune to watch the previous session, and I heard Mr. Digi talked a lot. He talked extensively on this select clause. Of course, as a data analyst or a data scientist, one of the very important tool you must have is how to actually manipulate and query the database. And of course, if you're not a database administrator or a data engineer or a database designer, of course, the select clause is one very important clause that you must have handy. Right? I mean, during your course of training, and of course, during your course of implementation, you find out that there's nothing you will do without using the select clause, actually, especially as a data scientist or as a data analyst. So the select clause is used to retrieve data from one or more tables in a database. It allows you to specify which columns you want to retrieve, right? And then you can apply aggregate functions to this data, and then there are basic syntax and the use of asterisks to select all columns. We have already seen that use of asterisks to select all columns in previous class, but we'll still try out some other things. Would have actually gone into aggregate function, but very sure in later part of this course you would actually go into aggregate function, and of course even the joint statement to see how you can use the select clause to actually bring in two or more databases, right? So that's about the select clause. That's the first thing we'll be looking at. The next thing we'll be looking at is the where clause. All right. So this is just slides to tell us to prepare our minds towards what we'll be coming into. The next phase is hands-on, of course, where we have someone to come on board, share his or her screen, and then we can work on it together. I was shared the movies database, and I'm sure we all have it because that's what we'll be using throughout the course of this particular session, right? So the where clause is used to filter data based on specific condition, right? Basically, you have to give it some conditions with which it will abide by, and of course, before you can actually give the desired result you're looking for. Just to note, right? I mean, when you want to write, for those that will be taking up their exams, the Microsoft certification, data analyst certification, of course, if you must learn how to actually use the where clause properly for you to actually pass that exam. That's part of one of the things you'll be actually uh, examined on, right? So it retrieves only those records that meet the specified conditions. Like I said earlier, you must have given a condition, right? And of course, it only gives out records. Of course, we know computer garbage in, garbage out. Yeah, it only gives out information based off the specified conditions that you have stated, right? First and foremost, there must be a condition, and then you should expect to see results based off the conditions that you have actually stated. Then it's a basic syntax and use of comparison and logical operators. Can be used with other clauses such as the select and the order by clause to retrieve and sort data. So basically, the where clause comes after the from statement, and of course, just before the order by clause, right? Before the order by clause. That's where your where clause comes in. Anyways, when we get into the practical session, we'll see all of that. I mean, I would always reiterate that when we get to that point. The order by clause is used to sort data in ascending or descending order. It allows you to specify the order in which you want the data to be displayed, right? So the order by clause, basically, it actually, you use, let's say, for example, right, you have data that has, this is just a common example, right? You have data that has first name, last name, and all of that, right? And then, of course, you are trying to see that you, just like what you use sorting for those that are conversant with Excel or Power BI, just like what you use sorting for, you want to sort your data from top to bottom, right? Or from in ascending or descending order. In SQL, of course, you can't use sorting, right? So the sorting aspect of SQL would now be the order by clause. So you use order by clause to sort your data either in ascending or descending order, or in whichever way you want it. Basically, specifying the column with which you're using to actually visualize the data at this point in time, right? So please, I want to be sure we are still together. Hope I'm not too fast or I'm not too slow. Please signify to be sure you can still hear me.
We are with you.
Yes, go ahead,
Alright.
please.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so
I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
thank you very much, Mr. Rashid. So, like I said, it allows you to specify the order in which you want the data to be displayed, right? So it's basic syntax and uses ascending or descending keywords. So the ASC stands for ascending and the DESC stands for descending. Of course, when we get to use it, you understand how all this play out, right? I want to be sure the person who's ready to share the screen is already warming up their fingers so we can get our hands dirty. All right, so it can be used with other clauses such as the select and where clause to retrieve and filter data. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Right, without further ado, we move into the practical session. So right about now, I want to stop sharing. I want to ask who would be glad to share their screen so that we can use that to work. All right, Awurowolo, Miriam, please share. Oh, Miriam again. All right, no problem. Let's have you share your screen, please. All right, so Miriam already put her hand up, so let's have Miriam share her screen. All right, great. Please launch your SSMS and connect, please. Thank you. All right, so click open the databases, the plus sign beside the database, please. All right, so we can see the database with which we want to work with. So we are using these movies database, right? Are we all agreeing to that? So let's open the movies database. Let's see the kind of the tables we have underneath. The same plus sign, just click on the plus sign beside the movies database. No. Scroll down, go down. Here you have the plus sign just beside the movies database. Up. Yeah. So just to quickly state, when open up the plus sign beside the tables. All right, great. Before we continue, let me quickly state this just to bring it to our notice, right? So whenever you see the sign just beside the movies, you see that stuff that looks like a drum, right? That's the sign of a database, right? And then when you go down underneath when you clicked on table and then you saw those stuff that looks like spreadsheets, Of course, that's a table. I hope we are clear with that. All right, so let's go ahead, please. So quickly, let's click on new query. All right, great. Let's quickly, since we are talking about the select statement, right? We've done this before. I would have loved to say someone should try it out, but let's not bring it. After all, we've just talked about it, that using the asterisks actually shows every single detail you have in a database, or rather in a table in a database, right? So quickly, let's use the select statement, right? Type select. All right. Okay. I'm not sure the training covered naming convention. Now, whenever you're quickly, let me just say this before we continue, so you don't keep making that mistake, or you just correct that. It's not, doesn't really have an effect on your code, but makes it more readable, makes it more understandable. It makes another programmer or another developer, when he looks at it, he can actually say, okay, this is a keyword and this is, for example, you might want to say select from select, for example, select all from select. Let's say a column name is called select in your table, for example, and you're trying to say select all from select, right? Basically, you will not be able to distinguish between the clause, right, and the column name. Do you understand? So basically, naming convention, the standard is that whenever you're typing out a clause or a standard word, right, you put it in caps lock, put it in capital letter. So by default, you might, whenever you want to type select or from statement, select statement, the order by clause, any of these clauses, it is always advisable that you put them in capital letter. I hope that is clear. All right, so Miriam, let's have that right now. So you want to take it off and then let's type select again in capital letter. So for now, let's see all the entry in each table under this database. I love to do that actually, because first and foremost, one of the things you do as a data analyst, of course, after asking the right question, after gathering the right metrics, after collecting your data, then you're cleaning your data. Next thing you want to do, which is very important, of course, I just took those steps. You might want to take that down. I'll go over it again. You ask the right questions. The right questions will lead you to gather the right metrics, right? To get the right metrics. The right metrics leads you to collecting the right data, right? Whether categorical or kind of whichever kind of data you're trying to get, it actually now tells you what kind of data you'll be needing, right, for this particular process, right? So after collecting the right data, yeah, the next thing you want to do is to clean your data. Of course, if you are collecting a data that is coming through a system that has not been what's the word right now? That has not been validated properly, right? If you are collecting data from a source that's not validated properly, of course you are bound to have all these data errors. Yeah. So the next thing you want to do is, of course, clean that messy data. Of course, the next thing you want to do is to understand the data you have collected. Yeah. So part of the understanding the data, which you call exploratory data analysis, right, is to understand what the data is saying. What kind of data are you talking to? What are the like I said, when you ask the right question, get the right metrics. All right, so what are the columns that are important to whatever analysis you want to carry out, right? So let's carry out a little bit of an exploratory data analysis right now to see what we have in all of our data, our tables in our data sets, right? So let's do select all, select star, which is asterisks. So your asterisk is shift 6, right? Sorry, shift 8, right? So to go down, I'll tell you the reason why I had to tell you to go down to the next line. Because now you're about to initiate the from statement. Of course, naming convention again says that whenever you put your select statement, go to the next line, and it's not like it has a negative effect, or it doesn't have any effect, negative or positive, on your data set or on your query. It just makes it more readable, makes it more understandable. Of course, you don't want to put another programmer in distress whenever you write or is trying to go through your query. All right. So the next thing you want to do is from. Hello, Miriam, are you there? So two ways is that you type it out or you drag and drop. How I love to do it is drag and drop, right? So you could drag actor, the dbo.actor, drag it and drop it after the from statement. Or you can type it out and you can just type actor. But for me, I love to just drag and drop, basically. Beautiful, beautiful. Run your query. Hello, Miriam, go back to your SSMS, please.
Miriam, please, you are not on your SS. Okay.
Are we back? Fine. All right. So basically, is it that you control A and select all of this query? Why I'm saying that is this. Let's say, for example, quickly take note of this. Let's say, for example, you have several queries, right? So SQL gives you the chance to actually run a particular query to give you the desired result you want, right? So most of the times by default, I just go and select, and of course, I just select all of that phrase I'm trying to run, and then click on execute one, or use your Control E, whichever one is suitable for you. Please, let's go ahead. So you can highlight all of that and click on execute. Oh, wow. Miriam, I don't want not any of our programmers in the house, any of the students, Miriam, or any other person. When I hear your voice, I'll know if you're a programmer or not. Anyways, you can tell me why this has not run. I'm very sure Mr. Digi must have talked about it. I trust him on that. I'm so sure of that. He must have talked about it. So who can tell us why this is throwing back this error? So what's the error message there? It's saying invalid object name, right? And it's calling the object name dbo.actor, saying it does not recognize that object name. So why is it like that? Miriam, do you want? No, let's not ask Miriam. Miriam is already doing so much. Who's that, please? AGK, please go ahead. Hello, AGK. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, AGK.
Well,
So why is it throwing back this error?
I think it's because she didn't type in use the movies database first, like use movies before this.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. That's actually so your answer is more like a branch of the real reason. Do we have one more person to actually just say one more thing, and then I would actually tell us how to just solve it once and for all? One more person, please. Olaide.
Hi.
All right, go ahead, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Go on.
I think she could have just used from actor instead of putting the dbo.actor.
Oh, wow, wonderful,
as well.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I like the fact that you said, I think, when immediately you guys said that, I knew I was actually practically talking to pretty smart people. So in order to save us time, actually, AGK was quite correct, saying that she didn't use the use clause, right? But in this case, let's just look at another way of solving that same issue. I'm very sure in your previous class, Mr. DG must have shown you how to use the use, right? So just go to where you have, look at your top left, and you see where you have master. Miriam, can you see it? So click on it and let's select. So by default, it takes you to the master database, right? Now let's pick the database we want to be making use of, which is the movies database. All right. So I'm waiting for that. Okay, just run. I wanted that red line underneath to go out first before you run, but thank you for running it, Miriam. So are we clear now? AGK, Olaide, please correct me if I'm wrong. Right, so that's basically it. When you are outside the database, of course, that's why it threw back that error to tell you that it doesn't understand that that actor you're trying to string you just gave to it. It didn't understand it. Are we clear? So let's look at other ones. So like they quickly try other ones. Select all from each of those tables till we get to the last one, while others watch.
I'm sorry, how do I do that?
Just go down. No, okay. So what I want you to do is take off that, take off that, take off that, take off that.
Sorry, I'm sure he's referring to Miriam because
Okay,
she's
so
sharing her screen.
I was
Sorry
going to
about
say
that.
it's not me.
Okay, so all right, no problems. Oh, lady, sorry, that wasn't you. Thank you, Mr. Jide, for helping out. All right, so I want you to use your enter key and click on it twice so that you can have one space between. Quickly. All right, so
I've done
do
that.
that.
My
All
screen is
right,
kind
all
of
right. Go
fast,
ahead
but
and
it's not showing
select all from each of those tables, please. Do that fast. Time is not on our side. I just wanted you, the guys, to get everybody on the call to get used to that before we go to the next phase, where we have to actually call one column after the other. So quickly. You can run it. Cheska, you have a question? Please go ahead.
Yes. Hello. How did you change that to movies? If since you're not, you didn't, she didn't use the statement use movies. So how else can you change it? Because yeah,
Did you
mine
try
is
it on
still in
your own?
master. Yes,
Okay, yours is
I'm
in master.
trying.
Quickly. Okay, so if we have 2 minutes, Mariam, while you are running that, you can quickly unshare your screen. Let Cheska share her screen, and then we can quickly look at it quickly within 2 minutes. Thank you. Quickly share your screen, Cheska. Please be done, Miriam. Be done with all those things I asked you to do before we get back to that.
Can you see my screen?
Lovely. But I can't see your SSMS, madam. All right, great.
Yeah, this is, yes, this
All right,
is.
so click on that. Go to your query editor. Go to your query editor. Leave that part. Just go to your query editor and run that query again. I want you to run that query again. Go to your query.
Run.
Yeah. Just click. Oh, no. Click in between
Go
your
where?
code. Yeah. In between your code. Right? All right, great. So now go to master. Can you see the master now?
Yeah.
All right, click on it.
Okay.
And then you can choose from there.
All right. Then execute.
Are we fine?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's get back to you, Miriam. Or do we just continue with Madam Cheska? Miriam, let's go back to you. Thank you. All right, Miriam, are you done? You should be done by now.
Yes, but as I click enter, some of those tables disappear. So I don't know why it keeps disappearing. Like this certificate, it just
Yeah, so I'm not expecting all
Don't
the
worry.
tables to appear. That was what I was trying to explain to you. That whenever you want to run a query, that's part of the reasons why I actually asked you to do this. Whenever you want to run a query, for example, if you're running a current query, the previous queries do not run. All right. So if you want a previous query to run, it means that you have to highlight that query and then run that query. Are you clear? So what I mean by that is this: go
yeah.
to the first query you have, highlight it, highlight the first query you have. Yeah, and execute, or Control E. Great. Did you notice that? Now go to the third query and do the same thing. Lovely. Now highlight, just do where you are, do Control A so it highlights all your query and then execute. Are we good now?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes, thank you.
Miriam, you the pro now.
Yeah. Good. Lovely. All right. So if you're clear on that, let's move on to. So what we have just done is to see how we can actually, query a database, right, and see all of the entities in a table. Now, how about a situation where, for example, you just need specific columns, not all the columns. Let's say, for example, let's look at all, go back to the first query and execute, please. Just the first one. Let's see all the attributes we have there. Right, what are the things we have there? We have actor ID, first name, family name. All right, so go to that first query and take off the star. That's the asterisk. Or rather, let's commit it to your fingers, right? Go to the next line. Go to the next line. Leave that query alone. Just leave that. No. That's not what I said. Leave that query exactly how it is. Go to your from the clause. Sorry, from the from word, right? Have you clicked? Now go to the next line. Go down.
I've gone down.
Go one step.
Okay.
You won't go down in Jesus' name. Thank you for saying that.
So,
Yeah, just click on the enter key, just press the enter key one more time. All right, so let's do it to commit it to your fingers, right? I know, of course, when you become a full-time pro, what you'll be doing is probably editing, right? But for now, right, type select.
I've typed it.
Hello,
Mr.
Harry, are
Mr.
you there?
Are you there? I guess his network. Yes, Mr. Ayodeji, go ahead, please.
Okay, so let me take it from there. Harry, when you are back, let me know. Okay, so Miriam, you've typed select. Now, what we are trying to look at next is we don't want all the columns to show. At the moment, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. I just want the full name and the gender. So at this point, you are going to mention the columns. So select space family name. Full name, sorry. Full name, that's the first column I needed there. Type full name. Full name. Look at the way it is there. As you are typing, it will come up. Full name. Okay. Comma. After comma, type gender. Comma. Gender. To show that I needed these two columns. I needed the full name and gender. Full name, comma, gender. Then come to the next line and mention from which table, from which data object. So press enter. Say from, then mention the name of the table, actor. From actor. Fantastic. Now, the red line will then go because he found that those two columns are actually existing in actor. So if the red line is still there, that means you have made a spelling mistake. For example, Miriam, before you go further, deliberately make a spelling mistake on gender. Gender. Just make a spelling mistake on gender. Then it will tell you that that particular object you are trying to look for, can you see that there's a red line? That look, I can't see this column called gender, Gen D in the actor table. Now put the correct spelling for gender, the red line will go. So let's get used to some of this intelligence that SSMS give to us. So put the correct gender, then execute it. Now, the question I want, execute this and see. Let's see what happened. Fantastic. Execute. Good. So as you can see, unlike the first query that says select all, that means all the columns that exist in that table, actor, bring them out. But here, I'm more specific. Just give me what you have in full name and the gender. Bring them out from the actor table. Now, I would like us to understand one fact. By the time you are working with some database, the name of the column, there is a space. Look at the full name. Let's assume originally the full name is, there's a space between full and name. Please, if you are going to type the column, make sure you put it in a square brackets. Otherwise, it may give you error. It does not, you are taking out two different things. So please, the full name and the gender, put each of them in square brackets. Just look at the bracket they use for actor. You can put that bracket around full name and gender. Do that for us, let us see. So doing this is not compulsory here. You know why it's not compulsory here? Because there is no space within it. But if you put it there, it will not hold you. But if there is space in the name originally, like full space name, is a must. You must use that square bracket. So I'm trying to make that clear at this point. Can you highlight and execute this? You will still get the same answer. This is for those that will be working with some terrible database that the column name or entity name or attribute name has space in them. So execute this so that we can say that is the same thing. So at this point, we've been able to select all, we've been able to select some few columns from this. So please run that first query again. Fastest finger, maybe I should send a 500 Naira recharge card to the fastest finger. Run the first query again. Miriam, let all of us see the first query. Run the first query. Good. Now, please, I need help here. I want to select in the particular order. I want to select the full name, the actor ID, and the date of birth from this table in that order. Full name first, actor ID, and DOB. Quickly write the select statement and drop it on the chat before Miriam will finish her own. Fastest finger. I guess Miriam is done. Miriam, run it. Let's see. Why is it showing a line on DOB? Oh, so nobody finished before Miriam. My money is still with me. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam, for saving my 500 Naira. Okay. So can we move on? So at this point, I want you to look at the bottom right corner of your screen. The bottom right corner of your screen. Miriam, if you can read, there's a number there. That's the number of rows that we have in this table. So Miriam, confirm, what's the number there?
1,238 rows.
So this transaction asks the names of actors, about 1,238 of them. Please, Miriam, run the first one again. Run the first one, the first query. Now, what we have been doing, we are only reducing the column. We did not reduce the row. The row is still 238. Do you see that this has more columns, but the same number of rows? The second one has just 3 columns. Now, we are going to where your help is needed as an SQL expert or data analyst. So, Miriam, the question goes to you. We want you to select all the information about females that are in the organization. Listing about female that are in the organization. So the statement is pretty straightforward. At this point, we are introducing another clause. That clause is called where clause. Okay, so let's modify that first one. The first one says select star from actor. Please press enter. Let's add one more clause. Where what? Where gender? Yeah, type it. Where gender? Where gender equals female. Where gender equals, put equal sign there. Yes,
Mr.
it's okay
Deji.
this way. Yes.
Mr. Deji.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. Continue.
Okay. Is Harry back?
He's back, but he's saying it's not.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Harry, please, over to you.
I almost did not want to continue, but it's fine. I could just continue from here. All right. So where did we stop, Miriam? Just point to me, please. Just take your cursor there.
The first statement, we added a where clause now.
Okay, I can't see the where clause. That's the problem. I hope it's.
I'm sure it's your internet. It is.
Yeah,
Oh, it's my internet.
The third,
Yes.
the third
Okay.
line.
Ouch. If I'm still having delay, so probably you should just go ahead for now.
Let me continue with this.
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Deji,
Right, sir.
please continue. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Now look at what Miriam has typed. But there's already a red line somewhere. And let's figure things out. She said select. Select all or star from actor where the gender equals female. Please, whenever you are referring to string text in SQL Server, don't use double quotes, use single quotes. In Excel, in Power BI, you can use double quotes, no problem. But in SQL Server, use single quotes. So single quotes before the female, single quotes after the female. So Miriam, quickly adjust that. Fantastic. So please highlight everything. I mean, that first query and execute it. Good.
Sir, AGK has a select statement on the chart, sir.
Oh, let me see. Fantastic. Miriam, how many rows do you have there now?
351 rows.
351 rows. Okay, so AGK, thank you. Select this from actor. Fantastic. That is absolutely correct. But my 500, don't forget, it's still with me. AGK, I'm not giving it to you. Because it came after Miriam got it right. Okay. So let's see the next thing I'm going to do here. If you look at what she has done, I can quickly answer the management. Maybe they are on phone, they just called me. How many female actors do we have on my database? So this is already telling me, look at what she has done. She said 351. Now let us see what Miriam will do for us. I want to give Miriam another question. Can you tell me, modify this query? I only want to see the male, not the female staff. I mean, the female actors. Fantastic. Execute it. Let us see the number. Execute this. Let's see the number. 3 again. 351 again. I thought the female is 350.
887.
887. Now, Miriam, I know it will be stressful, but try. I want neither male nor female. Neither male nor female. Kai, what will I do? Miriam, your time starts now. Others, try it on your SSMS. If you get it right, copy your script and give it to us. Let's see. Miriam, is the question clear?
Sir, will I choose all the columns and I won't choose gender?
No. I want the gender. I want, maybe there's another gender. I don't know. Maybe there's another gender. Okay, somebody said no. I'm not saying null. Maybe there's another gender that is different from male or female. This is what you will face during interview. That is the simple truth. I have witnessed several interviews, home and abroad. This is what they will just give you a data set and give you question. Please let us hear the male, let us hear the female, let us see those that are neither male nor female. Now, let me read what she typed. She said, select all from the actor where gender equals, is that equals to, sorry, the screen is so small. Sorry, let me see from my end.
Not equals to.
Oh, thank you very much. Look at what she did. Where gender is not equals to male, or, is that all? Or, fantastic. Please, let's give it to her. She got it right. But she omitted one more thing. After all, don't just say female. What is female? Gender again, not equals to female. Try that. Where gender not equals to male, or gender not equals to female. Fantastic. And that is all they needed from all of us. Why we are not equals to again.
Wow.
So the gender is not male or the gender is not female. Highlight and run this. Let's see your results. Do you have a result? Or there's a delay from my end?
Sir. There is a
Oh, you have a result already. How many?
Yes.
What's the number?
1,000. Oh, God.
Aha! Now, you said not male. Please change the or. That's where I'm going to now. Change the or to and. And I'm going to talk about this inside out. Change that or to and. Where the gender is not a male and that gender is not a female. There are two different things, and you'll see the results now. So, what did you have?
0.
0. So, what you are telling me there is this: all the people we have here, they are either male or what? Female. So, we don't have any that is null or another gender. Fantastic. But try something for me, please. Instead of actor, let us select star from director. Your 1, 2, 3 for your fourth query. Go to your fourth query. Go down to the fourth query.
Okay.
Look at your fourth query. Select from star from director.
Should I run it?
Run the fourth query, please. I want to see if there's gender on that one also. Have you done that?
Yes, I've done it.
Okay, 487 directors. I don't want male or female. I want strictly any other gender apart from male or female. So do the same thing to the directors. Let's see what we will get there. No, the where should be after, not before. Should be after. Where's the director?
Find the director.
Oh, it's no more there. Oh, okay, quickly do it. Quickly do it. You have 30 seconds to complete this. Your time starts now.
Sorry. Two rows.
Oh, you got 2 rows. Who got 2 rows?
Adeleke.
Adeleke. Are you sure? What are the gender for those ones that is 2 rows?
Transgender.
Transgender.
Someone
Miriam,
is still on the table.
confirm what Adeleke just said. Though. Highlight your own and let everybody see. Is it true?
Yes, transgender.
There's transgender there, and there are 2.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, can you see what we are talking about here? As simple. So the man did not need all the male or the female. I just wanted to confirm, is there any that is what? That is not a male and not a female. Please, let's appreciate Adeleke and Miriam for a job well done. Now, Miriam, I want to stress you a little bit and all of us on this call. Please, I want please remove the where clause. Just run the director again. Remove that where clause. Run just the director again. Now, somebody now asks a question. Please, I want run this. The directors. Fastest finger, try this out. Now, the directors, we have date of birth. I thought there's gender there. Run this again. This is not the director. Just run the director script only. Highlights that script. That's selecting not from director. Execute it.
487.
487. Thank you very much. Please, I want to see all the directors that are female and their family name starts with S. I don't know whether it's there. Okay, let's say male that their family name starts with S. All the male that the family name starts with S. Now look at the way she started. She said, where, make it male, sorry. Make it male, not female. Where gender equals male, that's one part of the filter criteria. And what?
First name or family name?
Family name. The family name must start with S. That's another issue. Family name must start with S. I not say family name equals Solomon. If I say equals Solomon, I know all of us on this call will just do it and say it's simple as ABC. Now I'm stressing everybody now. Where family name starts with what? S. Miriam, you just stop. Why?
I have an idea, but I don't want to fumble. I don't know.
Okay, now everybody look at what we're going to do. So family name equals, put equals there. Equals what? In single quotes, put S there. Put S in single quotes.
Is it
Put S.
Can it be
S
small letter
for
or capital letter? Does it matter?
anyone does not really, it won't disturb you. Now watch what she said. Where the family name is S, and I can beat my chest, there's nobody with family name S. But if you don't care what follows the S, then put percentage after the S. Percentage means any other thing can follow, but S must start. So put a percentage after the S and execute this statement. Now, this is all the male that their family name starts with S. Execute this statement. Did you have any results?
No.
There's something is wrong. Sorry, you can't use equals to. Equals to means it must be exactly S%. Please remove that equals to and change it to like. Like. L-I-K-E. The family name should look like L-I-K-E. Fantastic. The family name should look like. Try this and let's see if we'll get any results. Wow. How many of them?
roles.
48.
48. We have 48 directors that are male and their family name starts with S. Now, without stressing you, I want you to give me all the male director that their family name end with S. Let's see what she will do. If you know what to do, please put it on the chat. End with S. All the male director that the family name end with S. Is it done?
I've done it. Yep.
Did you have the correct answer?
Yes, sir.
So fantastic. Now, it's as simple as this. All what you do in the organization is to issue query to database. And if you're a good database analyst or a SQL developer, this is just what you'll be doing. They will ask you question within few seconds, type it out and answer this. So time is really not our friend. I would have given us more to quickly issue. But what we have learned today as a Miriam, you said what?
No, sir. Please go on.
Okay. So what we have learned today, we have learned how to use our select statements with our star and also mentioning columns. If you have columns with some special characters like space, I have also told you that put it in a square bracket to save the day. And we also introduce a clause called where clause. Where clause is a filter clause. And based on what you are asked to do, the where clause will quickly give your result to you. And that is that. If there's any question for me, please ask your question. You can drop it on the chat. Oh, I'm just seeing the chat now. Oh, fantastic. AGK, you've done well. Like should be used instead of equals to. Thank you very much, Oyindamola. So, okay, I guess that's a wonderful one. One hand is still up. Is there any question for me? Oh, good. So, fantastic. What we've done so far, we've been able to use our where clause to filter the work and also to do some things. Now, before we close, can you see, let's see all what we have in the film database. Can you go to your film database? Oh, okay, sorry, don't go to film. Let's still use the director. I want to see all the directors that were born in a particular year. Miriam, I hope it's not too difficult. All the director.
AGK's hand is up, sir.
AGK, your question. All the directors born in year 1955.
Ejirika, sorry. Okay.
Ejirika.
Yes, let's have your question.
Ejirika, over to you.
Yeah, I just want to ask, thanks for the good job. I just want to ask, is there a way we can still use this where clause that is being introduced to filter it in alphabetical order? Maybe the full name or as in the family name or the first name.
Oh, thank you very much for that brilliant question. Can you undo before you solve this problem? Sorry, Miriam, I know you are doing a good job here. Press undo, Ctrl Z. Can you undo your work?
She should also check our laptop. I guess it will go off anytime.
Okay, I'm going to plug it now.
Yes, I can see your work now. Now look at what she typed. Give me all the mail that their family names end with S. Fantastic. Please run this again. Now, what's the question that comes before us from Ejirika is that I want those names to be sorted in alphabetical order. Please, first of all, bring them out. Run that script. Let's see them. Run that script. The list of all the directors. Hello, Miriam. Is it my screen or is from your end? I can't see the results.
I'm running it now.
Okay. How many rows? Fantastic. Can you see all the rows we have? Now, what he's saying is this. Please help me arrange these results based on their first name. G, K, D. This should not come after K. It's not correct. In fact, David should come before George. That is the question. You are true with this. You have given me, there are 52 of them. I'm not disputing, but arrange them based in alphabetical order using their first name. Now go on and say order by. That's another line.
I didn't hear you, sir.
Order by,
Order
in
by,
order.
by.
Order.
Mr.
Space by.
Deji, it's like you're
OR,
Okay.
order by space. Order by what? Help me use the first name to order. That's the meaning. Order by first name. Type it. Order by first name. Remember when Harry started the section, he said, if you want it in alphabetical order, you can type ascending, ASC. But if you don't type anything, don't worry, the default is ascending. So if you don't type anything, the default is what? Ascending. I can just say order by first name and I stop there. So can you see the same 52 rows, but look at the first name. A comes before B, before C. Fantastic. But Miriam, I want them in descending order. Your time starts now. Miriam, descending order, not ascending. Miriam, are you still there?
I'm here. I've done it.
You've done it.
Yes.
Who taught you DESC? I had not mentioned that. Who taught you?
It's the opposite of assembly, ASC. So it will be
Okay.
DESC.
It was
Fantastic.
mentioned in the slide too.
Oh,
Ari
great.
mentioned it in the slide.
Oh, great. So if you need it in descending order, it's as simple as that. So guys, is very simple. SQL is simple. What this is query. You answer question immediately. But if your finger can help you type, that is how you provide answer. You can't call yourself a database developer. They will ask you question. Now tell them you get back to them before close of business or end of the week or end of the month. It's not done. As you are talking, you are typing. So before I drop the pen now, I want to just...
Oyindamola hands is up. Oyindamola Dada.
Oh, Oyindamola, your question, please.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. I can hear you
Yes,
loud
we
and
can
clear.
hear you.
Okay, very straightforward. I want to ask a question concerning the like. You put the percentage at the front just to build the details of whichever one fall into that particular S. I want to ask a question. Let's say, for instance, you are working, like you need two value. Probably, let's say for an example, you want one that end with probably vowels and both at the both end, both at the left and at the right end. I don't know if you get my question. You want a particular letter. You want a particular letter for both at the back and at the front. How can you do that with the like options? Yes, sir.
Miriam, did you hear the question or I should help you?
I've done it.
Yeah, what did you do?
I put the S in the middle.
Okay. That means S, you don't care what starts the name or what ends the name. But
I
there
care
must
about
be
what
S.
start. I care about what start and what end.
Okay, you care about what starts. Give me an example.
And
Miriam,
what end?
he said he wants the name to start with T and the name should end with S. The name must
something
start
like
with
that.
T and must end with S. Miriam, your time starts now. It must start with T and end with S. I don't care what is in between. I don't care what is in between. It must start with T. I don't know. Are you asking me or you're asking the man that asked the question? So Miriam, oh yeah, run it. Let's see what you've done.
Oh,
I'm
I got
struggling to
something.
see your
Wow.
screen, but just run it. Let's see. Okay, what did you get? So has she answered your question,
4
please?
rows.
4 rows. So please, has she answered your question? Who asked the question? Sorry. Anne.
Oyindamola Dada.
Oyindamola, has she answered your question?
Hello, Mr. Dada, are you there?
The rest are the only correct question there is the answer to the question is number 1. The rest start with T but does not end with S.
Aha, Miriam, did you get it? It's clear with his question. This family name must start with T and must end with S. But if you look at the second, third, and fourth, they did not end. The family name starts with T, but did not end with S. So correct yourself, please. What you type, hey.
You must end with S or must not end with S.
It must end with S. So please, thank you, Miriam, for what you are doing. There is no one way to solving a problem. Somebody might go through this route, somebody might go through any other route, but the major thing is solved. Please, let's appreciate Miriam. Run it first before I clap for you. I may withdraw my clap. Miriam, run it first.
So we have some response on the chat.
Yeah, I saw some wonderful response on the chat. Those are great ones. So this is beautiful. So, but somebody on the chat said you would have put like T percentage S.
Wow.
Would that work? No, you said wow. Have you tried it?
I want to try it now.
Please try it. Don't just say wow. No, not 2 percentage.
Okay.
Is it 2 they put on the chart? Okay,
yeah, somebody
try
put
it.
double, somebody put 1.
There's 2 and there's single.
Try it and let's see.
Got the same answer for 1.
You got the same answer. As simple as
for the
ABC.
double.
So, but what you type, Miriam, initially is correct, so please don't say it's wrong. The major thing is just be sure of what you are typing. Please, let's appreciate everybody that attempted this. This is a great job. So, any other question? Another question. So, please, to be sure we know what we are doing, let me bring one complex query. And once you can get the complex query, I hand over to our moderator. Please, can you remove that family name? Just stop at only male. Remove the and family name is TS, so it's so small. I want it to be more. Or remove the entire where clause. Let me see the whole thing. I want to give you a complex result. Remove the entire where clause. When you remove it, run it. Please, everybody, try this. Run it. Let me see the information there. I want to combine multiple things together. Now, the question is simple. I want to see all the female that were born in, please type it like English first. Let them, so that somebody will not say that's what I said. Type normal English on your screen with comments. Minus, minus. Miriam, just come down, type minus, minus.
Your line is breaking. I can't hear you well.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
I've typed it.
Okay, type minus, minus, and type all, select all directors that are female and their first name No, that are female and their first name starts with A, that are born between 1950 and 1970. Your time starts now. All of you, start. Born between 1950 and 1970. Fantastic. Everybody, please make sure you attend to this. This is an example of interview question you are going to face as an SQL developer. If you are done, drop it on the chat. If you not get it, you are not leaving. No, none of us will leave here. Mr. Rashid, lock the gate. We are 24 on the call. You should not reduce.
Well,
Gender is female. DOB. That's not all. Remember, I mentioned the first name. Or you want to run this one first so that you make it complex? Which is better? You can always run first and know if there's mistake, you fix it before you move on. Hello, Miriam. Alpha.
I'm here.
Are you done?
Miriam
I'm not done, no.
she's stuck.
Yeah, I have stock.
Okay. Okay, I like that. She wants to quickly do the first name first. Continue. The first name starts with A. Fantastic.
Yeah, right.
You must put it in single quotes. Don't forget. A percentage and single quotes after. Look at where your percentage is. It should be inside the single quote, not outside. It should be inside the single quote. And before you put the date of birth, run it first. Run this one first before you put the date of birth. And finally put the date of birth.
Oh.
The percentage must be inside. A is 8%. Don't forget, look at what you type. The percentage should be inside the quote, not outside the quote. Run this, let's see. Fantastic. But remember what I said, they must be, their date of birth must be between 1950 and 1970. There's somebody here in 1975. It's not supposed to be on this list. Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Complete it. Somebody has done it too.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
a shot, sir.
that's what I've done.
No, Miriam, don't copy the person. Do your own.
I've seen the answer already. I don't know the answer. I knew it was between, but
And you have omitted your connection. And is not there. And or all, you use them to combine your where clause. And means all of them must be true. All means as long as one of them is true, then no problem. You'll be disappointed though. Yeah, run it, lesson.
So I have a question.
Run this one first before you ask your question.
Oh, 0.
What did you get?
0.
It's not correct.
Okay. Yeah, not.
Now, Okay, ask your question before I solve the problem. Ask your question.
So I thought
Greater
this was
than or
correct.
equal to.
I was going to ask if the 1950 and 1970 can be in brackets so that.
Fantastic. Now, why I gave you this assignment so that you can know how to manipulate dates. You are manipulating dates like number here, and you are talking about the year. Please highlight and see. Run it. Don't run it up to this date. Run it up to the 8%. Run it up to 8%.
Okay.
Run select start from director alone. Let everybody see what is there first. So let's start from director alone. Run this one. So when you run this, I want you to see the way the dates are written. In SQL Server, dates, look at the way dates are written. The year, the month, and the day. The hour, the minute, the second, and microseconds. But this result we have here, we don't need to disturb ourselves with the hours, minutes, seconds, and microseconds. We only need to disturb ourselves with year, month, and day. Now, go back to where you put between. Put that year in quote, single quote, as if it's a string, but not a string. That 1950, put it in single quotes. Now, after 1950, now go to after that 50, put hyphen, and put the month. No, go within 1950. Go inside that 1950 and put hyphen, put the months. Month is 1. I want those that are born between January 1, hyphen 01, hyphen 01. That is the meaning. Between January 01, 1950, up till December 31st, 1970. Oh yeah, go and do the second one. 31st December 1970. Let me see the way you do the second one. Everybody pay attention to what she's doing. Between these dates, that's the beginning date. Fantastic. Give it to her. Right, sorry, run it first before I withdraw my clap. So this is a good interview question. Fantastic, she's correct. These are all the female born within that period, and their names start with what? A. Please just remove the FE, make it male, and run it. Let's say all the male that are within this scope. So thank you very much. So, Mr. Moderator, over to you. If there's question, please drop it on the chat. I will attend to you. Mr. Moderator, over to you.
Okay.
Wow,
Okay.
Look at all the males, 30 males. This is impressive. So thank you very much, Miriam. Thank you all of us on the call. So, Mr. Rashid, thank you. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I hope we have an amazing time. Network has not been good to me today, so I've been in and out, but we thank God towards the end. I just want us to see all this that we're doing as a lifetime opportunity. These are tools that people go and spend a whole lot of money to learn, and we are getting it free of charge. So I don't want this learning to just stop here. We need to continue to explore. There are some free training platform that we can explore. You need to have internet on your system, and so that all this thing you're learning, you can practicalize it and get used to it, so that you can become better in what you do. Because if you, as a data analyst, if you don't understand SQL, you have not started at all. You have not started. This is Nigeria. Nigeria have employers that want you to have all the skills. So that is it. I would say I'm supposed to give us feedback form now, but due to some technical and network issue, I'm not able to fix the feedback form. But I want to please kindly appeal to us to please, immediately I get it fixed, I will send it to the chat room on the WhatsApp group so that we can fill. So if you know that you need to, if you know that you're attending this class and you have been attending the ones that we've had in the past, please let us try and fill this feedback form. We are here to serve you. better. So you can, there are questions that we need to answer. So thank you so much. Thank you for our presenters, Mr. I'm seeing one hand of Olushola Yola. Do you have anything to say?
Yes, thank you for this wonderful class. But I don't have this movie database on my laptop, so I couldn't participate.
It's on the chat group, or we'll send it to you, Sha.
Okay, for the database, please, did you participate in our first 3 section or first 2 section that we had?
No.
Oh, that's the reason. So we have a YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube channel. It's a series that we started. I think we are in the 3rd or 4th week. I'm not sure. So just try to start the series from number 1 and try to meet up.
This is the 4th week, sir.
The 4th week. Thank you, sir. So this is the 4th week. Try to read through 4th, 2nd, and 3rd on YouTube. Then you have access to the material. We've shared it on this platform. Thank you.
I've been able to download the movie database.
Yeah, somebody will share it again. Yeah. But are you on our WhatsApp group?
Yes.
Okay, good. It will be shared also on the WhatsApp group. So you can download it and use it. But run through the video so that you have each free experience.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Rashid.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well done and kudos to you.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question. Though I didn't join the last class, but I discovered that you are using, details of a data sheets, which I don't know. How do I get the file that you are using in this current lesson? Thank you. Do you get my question?
Can you say that again? I didn't get it very
The
clear.
data sheet will be shared with us. It will be shared with us. That same question she asked, you'll get the data sheets. It will be shared with you on this platform and also on our WhatsApp group.
Are you on our WhatsApp group?
Yes, I'm WhatsApp. Okay. I think
thank you. It has been dropped on the WhatsApp group just now. Thank you, Han, for doing that.
Okay.
So download it from there and use it, please.
All right, sir.
But don't miss any of the video, please. They are all on YouTube. This one will be published on YouTube today.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So thank you. So spread this good news for everyone that you have around you who want to transit into a data analytics journey. Spread this news, let them join us. Don't leave them behind, because the world will continue to move on. As somebody said, I attended a conference during the week, and the convener of that conference said, you need to disrupt yourself or you are disrupted. So it's your choice. It's either you disrupt yourself by increasing your learning tenacity, or you are disrupted. And if you are disrupted, that one will be bad. If you are disrupted, it's either you lose your job or you are no longer relevant. But if you are disrupt yourself by learning more and intensify more effort to learn more, dig deeper, explore, then you will be able to face the challenges. So we will meet everyone again this same time next week. Try and go through all that we've learned. If you have missed the previous classes, go over it again, over and over again, and I promise you, before you know it, you are already a data scientist, like Mr. Harry and Mr. Digi.